A lot of people on social media like to say you should buy rental properties here in Las Vegas, but nobody's telling you the real story about what happens after you sign that purchase agreement. I'm about to break down the entire process, the good, the messy, and the profitable parts that they haven't told you about. My name is Adrian Ornelas. I'm a real estate agent, real estate broker here in Las Vegas, and I've been helping people buy and sell homes for 19 years. Stick around because by the end of the video, you'll know exactly what it takes to turn a Vegas house into an excellent and solid rental property. All right, let's start from the beginning. You've decided you want to buy a single family investment property here in Las Vegas. Here's everything that's involved in this process. And trust me, it's more than just finding a house and writing a check. When we're making offers, we're not just thinking about the purchase price. We're calculating what work will be needed to make the home an excellent rental property and how to get the maximum amount of rent for that location, that square footage, and if it has a pool or no pool, and whatever specific situation. Once we have an offer accepted, we're going into escrow. But this isn't your typical home buying process because we're dealing with an investment property mortgage rate. In 2025, current rates for investment properties are significantly higher than your primary residence. So we're talking about rates that will impact your cash flow from day one. So you want to make sure that you speak to your lender way ahead of time to speak about those things. Home inspections become crucial because we're not just looking at what's broken. We're looking at what's going to cost you money before you start collecting rents on that property. With investment properties, a property condition versus the work that is needed is where most investors either make money or lose their shirts because a lot of times to refurbish the home to be ready to rent is very different than if you're just having a regular purchase. So you have to pay attention to the details of how you want to present that rental property for any future tenants, because the better that it is, the better the tenants and the better the rents you're going to get. And the most basic that it is, the most basic rents you're going to receive. Once we close escrow, this is when the real work begins. And you will need experienced guidance to help you navigate all of this and make sure that you have a solid property and a solid tenant. Now we're focusing on the next phase of owning a rental property, navigating the rental market. Because I'm a licensed property manager, at this point, I would have already advised you ahead of time when we started looking for your home. So because you worked with me, you already know what to expect. Here's the reality. More often than not, after we close the property, it will need some type of TLC no matter how good the condition was when you purchased the home. And this is normal, so we were expecting all these things and should have already budgeted for this. Marketing a rental property is different than selling a property, but the path is similar in how we get your new rental property on the rental market. First, it goes on all the websites, Redfin, Zillow, but most importantly, our MLS that has access to thousands of agents who have clients that they help show the properties their clients are looking to rent. And this has tremendous value. You have agents that have a rapport already built with potential renters and agents that are trusted and licensed to be able to show your home safely and securely. Once we receive applications, we have to make sure that we follow all state regulations when intaking applications. Ahead of time in our marketing of the property, we have already included minimum requirements set forth by you. For example, a minimum credit score, income requirements, and automatic denial when someone has utility collections. Some find this difficult, but remember, your home is not an apartment complex where turnover is handled easily. This is your one investment property, and it's important that the person renting your home takes care of the property, is responsible, and will pay the rent on time. We run credit and a background check to verify all the information provided on the application. And let me tell you, credit doesn't lie 99% of the time. Once we have an approved application, we collect security deposit to hold the property for the approved application while we arrive at their desired move-in date, where we collect the remaining balance of the totals needed. We then meet with the approved tenant to do a walkthrough of the property and point out anything that is wrong with the home, documented and filed for our records. We mark which items will remain as is and which will be fixed. The details of the lease will vary depending on your individual rules, which we discussed prior to putting the home on the market. Once we have received funds and the lease has signed by all parties, then we provide keys to our new tenant. I always recommend a 1-year lease to make sure that it's a tenancy that's working out for all parties. If the tenant is happy and you're happy with the tenant, then we can create a lease extension next year and the year after that. So this is a highlighter breakdown of what you can expect if you're thinking about buying your first investment property here in Las Vegas, or if you thought about making your current home into an investment property. If you like this video, subscribe for more videos related to owning property or renting your property. Don't forget to like and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video. My name is Adrian Ornelas, and I will see you on the next one.